on YouTube. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Yes, it's so great to be back for another week of dope interviews. Tonight, we're gonna have a dope interview with one of hip hop's legendary artists, DJ, producer. He's in the building right now. Joe Fatal in the building. We're gonna bring him up. We're gonna have a dope discussion. We are pressed for time, so we're gonna try to get the most important questions out there. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to Clubhouse, and we're gonna get right into it. Let me bring him up.
Hey, what's going on?
Yes, what's going on?
Yes, chilling in this car right now, headed out.
Yeah, I know you got some big things coming up. I'm gonna keep quiet about it. You know what I'm saying? And let the world be surprised. But I'm proud of you, brother. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so since we are pressed for time, because I know you're on the way to the airport, I'm gonna try to get the most important questions out there that people really don't ask you.
Okay.
So you are basically the plug. Like a lot of historical things that happened in hip hop was because of you. You know what I'm saying?
A few things did. Yeah, a few things. I got some here laughing when you said that I was the plug.
Oh, yeah, they laugh. Well, I mean, I think you the plug. Shit. Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have Tragedy Khadafi. Reconsidering his career,
no, you would have had.
We wouldn't have a lot, and then from that, we wouldn't have a lot of other things.
You would have had Tragedy Khadafi because, as a matter of fact, look who's here right next to me, Tragedy Khadafi. What's up?
And I've been trying to get in contact with you, Trag.
All right, well, we'll finish our shit. We'll talk about that later.
Yes. No, but you know, he was trying to quit. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And you got him to change his mind. So that was dope. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that people don't normally know about you is that you used to help manage Mystikal.
Yep.
All right, so can you tell us what time period was that? Because Mystikal did have a long career.
That was during Shake Ass.
Okay.
Yeah, that was during
okay.
Shake
So
Ass. Yeah.
So we all know it wasn't too long after that he caught his case. Was you around for that?
I was. That was right when I was transitioning out of there.
Okay.
So it's not like I transitioned. Okay. It's not like I transitioned out when he got in trouble. I was already out.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was already out. But we were still there to like try to help out with whatever we could help out. You know what I mean? But
okay.
Yeah, but somebody else was already in the management shoes.
Okay. Now, was you able to like see anything strange with him, or all of that was a lot of fluff and accusations?
No, it was accusations. I mean, I'm not. It's not my place to speak on that. But I saw what was going on. I saw exactly what was going on, and it was just people were out to kind of get him. You know what I mean? And all he did was, he had a plan to try to fix that situation, and the plan backfired on him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, it's not my place, but trust me, it wasn't rape. It wasn't rape at all. It wasn't rape, but the way it was done, I understand why it could have been seen that way, but it definitely wasn't rape at all. At all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, you talk about Large Professor all the time, and, you take pride in being the reason why he met a lot of people in the industry. But one of the people that you don't talk about is Q-Tip. How did you meet Q-Tip, and what was that relationship like? And did you work and help produce some of his music in the Tribe Called Quest?
I never produced none of that. I introduced him to Large Pro, which Large Pro ended up producing stuff with him. But no, I didn't produce anything on Q-Tip stuff. And the way I met Q-Tip was, at the time I was working with Traj, and on the way to working with Traj, and we went around to a lot of clubs and parties, and I was constantly up at the radio station at Marley's show with Traj, and I used to go to the clubs back then, and word gets around real quick, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, homeboy works with this one and that one, and so me and Q-Tip used to like hook up at the clubs and shit, and then outside of the club I'd be like, yo, I'm from Queens, and we used to be into the record digging stuff, and We used to hook up and go record shopping, stuff like that together, and then I plugged them with Large, and then they, because we all had the same thing in common, even though they were more into the record, digging for records and stuff. So I hooked them up, and they had, formed a good friendship, I guess.
Yes. Now it seems like at the earlier in your career, when you were still trying to figure out or give your rapper wings a real good go, I saw somewhere where you said that you reneged on the search deal to Columbia. Why did you back out of that deal? Like, what was going on during that time, especially since you were on one of the hottest records at that time, Live
Yeah,
at the
yeah. I
Barbecue?
didn't, I didn't, I didn't renege on the Columbia deal. I pulled away from signing to Search, and Search had the Columbia deal on the table. And the reason I did that was because business wasn't right. Like contracts, paperwork wasn't right. And then I had another set of paperwork in front of me, and I gave him the chance to make the paperwork right. I said, "Look, I'll be loyal to you if you make the paperwork right." And he didn't make the paperwork right, so I went the other route.
So you wanted more money out of the deal?
No,
Like
it
he
ain't
was
had nothing.
trying to
No, it
give
ain't
you?
had nothing to do with money. It had to do with like long-term stuff that comes from making records. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
was publishing stuff. Publishing stuff.
Okay. But then you were able to form with Cypress Hill.
That's the other.
So
That's the
and
other.
then
That's the other set of paperwork I had on the table, and their
yes.
paperwork was straight across the board. It was like this split, no publishing. Publishing's yours. This is yours. That's yours. All we want is our split, our percentage split, and and our points or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. So I went ahead and signed it. And on top of that, at the time, they went, at the time it was money, but at the time, they got me a $400,000 record deal, and they gave me Muggs and them gave me like a quick like 10 grand just to, as good faith, like just to, you just signed. All right, here's 10 grand. Get you, whatever, get some clothes, whatever. Get ready for this road we about to hit.
Yeah. But ultimately you separated from that situation as well. What was the
It was
reason
it was it was
why?
it was
Because it seemed like that situation was kind of short lived.
Yeah,
So what
because
happened?
I was never really a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I was a DJ, and the pressure was crazy, and it was like. Then on top of that, I was 18, 19 years old with a couple of $100,000. And then they had got me another deal, and I got that bread. So imagine 18 years old with over $600,000, $700,000 in the bank. You really don't. I didn't care about rapping no more. Like, you know what I mean? It was like that. This is the reason why I wanted to rap, and I got it already. So you know what I'm saying? It was like it was young. It was young shit. You know what I mean? Young stuff.
Yes. So I see as well that, maybe a lot of things didn't work out for you because I think you feel like there was a lot of bias, I guess, because of the way you look. Maybe you weren't black enough. You
At
looked
that
like some
time,
white boy. Your
I
haircut
said the same
wasn't
thing.
cool.
Nah,
You looked like you
no,
was
you laughing.
more
I know
punk
what you
rock
laughing
than
at.
hip hop.
Yeah.
So do you feel like that took you out of a lot of situations and maybe even
It didn't take me
came
out.
in between certain
Yeah,
relationships?
it didn't take me out of the situations, but it kind of made it harder to get into the situation. It did. I ain't even gonna lie. At that time, there wasn't a lot of rappers that looked like me. Even though people that look like me were a pivotal part in creating and bringing this life out that we call hip hop. You know what I mean? Because some of the original DJs, like Whip a Whip, all of them dudes was like they, Puerto Rican, Crazy Legs with the break dancing. Like, we played an important part in this, an important role in this. But at one time it was kind of like, especially during the Black and Proud era. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, but nobody wanted to braid your hair. Or,
I
I
didn't.
mean, you sitting next to Trash, he didn't even be like, yo, get a flat top with a little cut on the side, nothing.
No, well, Trash. I'm gonna get that out the back. No, well, Trash actually says that I had a. He says that I had a DA at the time. I don't remember having no DA. but yeah, he said I had a DA at the time. Where we at? Down there, I think. Yeah. So nah, ain't nobody listen. Plus, at that time, I was also you know, I had knowledge of self. So it was like I was already like I already knew I was original man, but to the public eye, it was like, you know, certain people would look at it different. Like certain people would look at it like, I don't know, man. I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain that shit.
Una blanquito. That's
Yeah,
what they was
yeah,
looking
yeah,
at you
yeah. They were
like.
looking at me like I'm gonna smoke a cigarette out here before we walk in. Yeah. So yeah, I guess a lot of people looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess so.
Yes. Yes. So Pudgy, aka MC Effect. Don't look like that. Don't look like that.
No, that's my man.
All
I
right.
still talk about having. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, did
No,
you
no, no, no. We
reconcile?
still.
Because I
No,
mean, I'm looking at
we
your old stuff, and it seemed like you guys had a beef, even some kind of accusations of
we didn't
him being
listen.
the gay rapper. So,
We didn't have a fallout. We didn't have a fallout. He
okay,
just, you know, at the time, I feel that he just got bitter and he just went out and started talking shit. And I'm like, why would you talk the shit after the fact? After the fact, pardon me.
no, go ahead, rock out.
Why would you talk? Why would you talk shit after the fact? You know, like talk it during. You're already on now. So why now that you're on, why would you talk now? You know what I mean? It just didn't make no sense to me. I would
Yeah,
have talked in order to get put on. But he talked about it afterward. Like you already did a record with Biggie. Like what is this shit like doing for you? Like it ain't doing nothing for you. You know, but yeah, it was accusations, but it was part of it was true. Part of it, and I said part of it was true.
did he really wear a pacifier around his neck?
Yeah, he did. You remember Effect?
No, because I remember in the 90s that
Crazy
they
Effect?
came out with like that style
Remember he
for
wore a
kids.
big
Was it like a
pacifier
real
around his neck?
pacifier or one of those glass color ones they had?
No. I got somebody in front of me right now that agreed with me. And it wasn't those big goofy pacifiers. It was a real, you know, the 99 cent from the bodega pacifiers?
Yeah.
It was that one. The ones that come in like light baby blue, red, yellow. Yeah. He used to wear one of those.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. You know, and you never asked him why he wore that or anything like that?
Nah. And then he had to, you know, but I'm not here to talk about him like that because I talk to him now. So, you know, I fucks with him now. So I'm not going, I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to go into that.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. I'm not trying to start no shit,
Nah, you
but
ain't
I
starting
see
nothing.
you at your location. All right. So I do want to ask you about Fish and Grits magazine.
Okay.
You did a relaunch in 2017, but there's a volume 1 issue sold on Amazon for $230.57.
Wow, I got boxes of that. I should go ahead and start selling some of those. I got boxes of them.
Yeah, but they made the description makes it seem like it's rare, like that's the only copy, and that's why it's being sold like that.
It's not the only copy, but it is rare. It is rare because it is, well, all of them are rare now. All of them are rare. They're not. That one's not as rare as the original ones. You know what I'm saying?
You know which one I'm talking about? The one that got Trench on the cover?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. That's the one when we relaunched. That's the one when we relaunched. I guess it's kind of rare. It's rare to people. It's not rare to me because I got boxes of it. But yeah, it's rare. It's rare to people though. Yeah.
Well, I want to take this moment to say rest in peace to Sean Price.
Yes.
This Thursday they're gonna have a 50th birthday celebration.
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna be out there. Shout out to Bernadette. Shout out to the rest of the Helter Skelter, Smith and Wesson, the Boot Camp Clique. We will be in Brooklyn this Thursday to celebrate his life.
This Thursday, not this next
Yeah,
Thursday.
it is this Thursday.
Like in 2 days, Thursday.
In 2 days, Thursday.
Oh, so I might make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be out there for that. Because when I was researching and I saw that, I was like, "Wow, that's the universe." Because his name is on the cover. Him and Smith and Wesson.
I get back on Thursday, so so I can make it. So I'll definitely go.
Yeah. So you also produce tracks for Fat Joe, Jealous One's Envy.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that experience? And that's where we first heard Big Pun. Did you meet him in real time? And what was his personality like?
I was the first one. I was the first producer really working with Pun. And the reason I wasn't on the album is because I just backed out of the whole shit because certain situation I ain't like the way certain things were going down. But the Jealous One's Envy stuff came about. It's a funny story. One day I was sleeping in the house, or I was about to go to sleep, and I get a phone call, and it's Joe, and Joe's calling me from Miami, and he's like, "Yo, what's your date of birth? What's this?" I'm like, "Why are you asking me all of this?" And he's like, "I'm sending a car to pick you up. Go to the airport." I'm like, "All right." So I went to the airport. Went to the same place where I'm going right now, to Miami. And I flew to Miami, and I'm like, "Why is Joe flying me to Miami?" So I go to Miami, and Joe has, they all come and pick me up from the airport, and I think, how can I be down, or something was going on out there, and Joe made sure I had a good time out there for them couple of hours, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then Joe goes, I said, there's got to be a catch to this, because with Joe there's usually a catch, but so I'm like, what's going on? He's like, and at that time Joe didn't fly. He didn't fly at all. And he was like, yo, Joe Fatal, I need you to do something for me. I'm like, what? He's like, everybody else is staying, but I'm going back to New York. He was like, drive back up to New York with me, because he didn't fly. So I'm like, that's why you brought me down here. So he wanted me to drive up there with him. So I actually drove with him, but the good thing was I brought a beat tape with me. And I made him listen to those beats 24 hours, and that whole trip, that whole ride that we were driving to New York, I made him listen to those beats. And he picked 2 of them, and we did 2 of them when we got back home. And what was cool was
Yeah,
that
that's
I had sampled Raekwon on one of them, but we actually got Raekwon to come in and actually do the part that I sampled, the whole Respect Mine stuff.
Yeah, that's so legit. Why you feel like a lot of people don't give you the recognition or the credit that you deserve? Like, why you feel like people be forgetting to mention your
Listen,
name when they're doing interviews?
I did act like that, but now it's gotten to the point where it really don't matter. Like, it really don't matter. It's like if you know hip hop, you're gonna know. You're gonna know. And now that I did back up with that whole role, now's the time that I'm actually getting more and more calls, and people more more interested in hearing the stories. So
Yes. Are you still plugging people together like how you were back then?
Yeah, that's my downfall. But I got people around me right now that bring it to my attention how all those favors that I use for other people, I need to start using them for myself.
Doing it for yourself.
Exactly. And that's been...
Yes, and you such a dope person. I got the opportunity to meet you a few times. I remember one time in a Halloween party, you took me home. And well, not home like that, but you made sure I got home safe.
Exactly.
And the other one was at the Blase joint when East New York released.
Exactly.
And you always such a humble and cool dude, never disrespectful or anything.
Yes.
So I kind of want to salute you, And I know you pressed for time, so I do have one more question to get into.
Yes.
You said that the reason what I'm noticing is early on, a lot of reason why you was leaving deals is because being a rapper just wasn't you. You can do it. You're around dope rappers, but it wasn't originally what you do. What got you into DJing though?
DJing was, at 12 years old, as a kid, I wasn't allowed out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a kid, as a young kid. You got the thing I sent you? Just go to, yeah, that's it. It didn't have no numbers on it though. Yeah, so I wasn't allowed out the house like that. So when I was like 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, whatever. I mean, I used to go out, but it was like not really. So my mom had bought me a boombox. So I was in the crib with a boombox, and all I did was just listen to radio, record songs, she used to get me like a box of tapes, and I used to record stuff, make mixtapes and make pause tapes and all types of stuff. And I mean, I got to loving every genre of music, like every genre of music. And when I was 12 years old, we lived in a building, and there was a dude in the building that had turntables. So I went up there, and I'm like, oh, and I remember him playing all that shit, all that Set It Off and all of that type of stuff. And I was like, yo, I want these right here. And he looked at me like, shorty, you ain't gonna get these. Like, these are 1200s, you know what I'm saying? So I went and asked my mom for them shits, and I got them. I got 1200s. You know what I'm saying? So I was like 12 years old with 1200s, 12, 13 years old with 1200s. And I remember the first set of records. I didn't know what, like I just went out and bought records. I never bought records before. And I remember the first set of records that I bought was, I bought Sheila E., The Glamorous Life. I remember I bought The Glamorous Life. And
now you're gonna make me listen to that later, because that was my jam
that
too.
That was the first record that I learned how to blend and mix with. You know what I'm saying? It was that and I Feel For You. You know what I'm saying? The Shaka Khan record.
Shaka Khan.
Yeah. Not coming up. You pay for it. Yeah. So how's it not coming up? Yeah, now we're having an issue at the airport. Shit. The charge came up, so why ain't the tickets coming up anyway? So so those were the first records I played, and then from there I just got into some DJing stuff, and I got a mic, and me and my man from school, like we started making like little demos and stuff, little bullshit demos, and then then as I got a little older and I got to high school, I hooked up with G-Rap. G-Rap was the first person in the music business that I hooked up with. Was Cool G-Rap. And G-Rap was the one that, took me around Eric B., Rakim, took me around Marley, took me to a party. I met Traj at a party, and then Traj was like, that's that whole story. You probably heard that Traj wasn't going to do it no more and all of that type of stuff. And I kind of convinced him to do music again. And the whole thing.
Now, how many times you went by that backdrop on 125th Street by the Apollo? How many times you drove past that? And was that the real master plan?
Well, I told Traj every now and then. I told him that there were some type of intentions, but it was innocent intentions. You know what I'm saying? Did you show him the receipt though? So what are they saying? I mean, see what's up, man. It's worst case scenario, I guess I gotta put it in. You get a refund. I put it on my card. Yeah. So I drove by it a bunch of times. Like I was. Yeah, we haven't.
Oh my God! I can't.
Talk to me.
I don't want to let you go, but then I'm scared to let you go. Hey, Traj.
How you doing?
Hi.
I'm tight right now.
I've been trying to talk. You Chinky QB.
Huh?
Did Chinky QB ever tell you about me?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did a couple months ago.
Yes, I've been trying to link with you for a minute.
I know, we got to do it.
Yes, we definitely got to do it. I know y'all going through some things right now and stuff like that. But like when you first saw him, like I know you was down and everything like that. Can you explain that moment when he took you to 25th and how that made you feel looking at that backdrop?
Yeah, it was like it was crazy because I didn't want to rhyme anymore, and he was like, "Yo, you bugging, you gotta rhyme." So he was like, "Yo, you gotta get back into it." And I was like, "Nah, but if I do, I just told you we gotta hit you back. I'm having an issue with this. I paid for 2 flights and now it's not coming up."
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on, man. We gotta.
Oh my God.
Yeah, shit's crazy right now.
Yes. So, before we leave, can you just give any last words where people can find you if they don't know everybody?
Just stay.
Oh, okay.
Because I think we're gonna have to.
Okay, good.
We're just gonna have to bounce and just leave in the morning, early in the morning. What flights you got early in the morning?
We're trying to go to
Miami. We got.
Fly once a day,
and that's at this time. We're gonna have to get it on something else. You feel like doing some assistant work, Sasha? When we get over,
I'll do some assistant work. I'll do it.
we might need you to book us a flight. Oh man, yo, is this something right now?
Is it what?
I said, is this something right now?
Yeah.
This is
something. Charge my freaking car.
Nah, but you can get that back, bro.
Get it back, right?
Yeah. Hold on. Get some from them. Stating that it didn't come up in their system. Tell them if they give you something that they'll need, because now they'll be like, "That's not our fault. You didn't show up to the airport." No, we showed up to the airport, yo. So we should get something that states we were here and that it didn't come up on their system, so the website can give us our money back. You know what I'm saying?
Are y'all at customer service?
Okay. Yeah, but
Because now you making
you
me
got
ready to
you got
put
the
down.
screenshot,
So I
but you
got
ain't
you
got
on
the word of
Clubhouse.
them saying that we were
But
here.
I didn't get on the plane, so tickets never got to me. So
Did you bought the insurance for the tickets?
no.
Anyway. So yeah, Cha-Cha, that's what's going on right now. So I'm gonna have to.
Yes, I see. You sure you don't want to go? Because I mean, you can say
Yeah.
your last words and where people come from.
I gotta call an Uber to get up out of here now. So yeah, I mean,
Uber.
yeah, we at the airport. We not an Uber to
Yeah,
Miami.
but I'm saying
No,
like
we
they
going.
gotta figure that out. You can't.
Nah, it's already 10 something. We'll just get a flight for like 7 in the morning or something like that, and be out. You know what I mean?
You guys.
All right, bye.
Thanks.
I don't want to touch nothing because I don't want to delete the interview. It's on spinny wheel right now. It's on. Hey, Steph Lover. What's up, Coroner? If y'all can still hear me right now, it's in spinny mode. They at the airport. I know where they're going, but I can't reveal it because I can't reveal it. But so it went off the thing. So they on their way to Miami. That's the only thing that I'm gonna say right now. But shout out to him for the opportunity he about to have. And he, as you saw, he was with Traj and they're at the airport. They're going through some things right now. I was promised a part 2. I'm going to hold him to that, especially Traj, because I've been hounding him for a few months now. Shout out to Chinky QB for helping me with that. That's definitely the fam. Shout out to all of Queensbridge. You know, even though hip-hop started in the Bronx, as it is documented, but Queens, especially Queensbridge, you know, are the reason why we had so many of our most iconic people ever in hip hop. I felt like a lot of things that were the most influential came out of Queens. And this is a Spanish Harlem chick saying that to you guys. So much love and respect to the borough of Queens, especially the biggest projects in the world. Queensbridge, 3rd in the building. So I got to give much love and respect for that. Shout out to Joe Fatal. I hope y'all caught on to the fact that I didn't ask him your typical questions. I asked him stuff that never been asked before, and I'm glad he was such a great sport and be able to multitask and answer my questions while he was trying to figure things out at the airport. And I hope they work out. Shout out to Tragedy Khadafi for his special guest appearance, and it was really fire. And I feel great, you know. So with that being said, we're going to wrap up this interview. Shout out to everybody that was tuning in on IG Live as well as Clubhouse. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button, share, comment, and definitely subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all our interviews as we post it. You see, we don't play. We're not these regular folks asking typical questions. We dig deep to get the true story of hip-hop coming from yours truly, the Black Barbara Walters of it. And with that being said, it's been another incredible night. Great surprises, dope vibes. And we see you this Thursday when we do it again and again and again and again. Salute to you guys. It's been my pleasure. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and share. But most importantly, subscribe and hit that notification bell. ChaChaLive.media. Let's get it.